Hello Zikers! What if I told you that there were 5 tips to increase your eBay seller rating just like this? Would you believe me? Would I give this information to you for free? Of course I would. Actually, I will give this to you right now. First things first, what is a seller rating? Well, eBay's seller rating is a ranking selected by the platform that places you in one of 3 possible seller levels. Your seller rating is what will determine the amount of exposure you will receive. eBay assesses your seller performance on the 20th of each month. And based on your sales history and the quality of service you provide to your buyers, you'll be assigned one of the following seller levels. Top rated. You're one of eBay's best sellers, providing exceptional quality of customer service as well as meeting minimum sale requirements for the top rated seller level. If you're a top rated seller, you're also eligible for the top rated plus listings benefits as long as you meet the listing qualifications. Above standard. You're meeting eBay's minimum standard for sellers and looking after your customers well. Below standard. You're not meeting one or more of eBay's minimum requirements for customer service quality. I left a link in the description with detailed information about seller levels and the requirements for each seller level. So if you ask me what is a good seller rating, I would say a good seller rating is a top rated seller because it gives you unique benefits to merchants who come to it. This also includes additional promotion discounts and more. So what is a bad seller rating? It's below standard, which means you're not meeting minimum requirements for customer service quality. It is important to note that returning an account to a beneficiary from this situation requires a lot of hard and exhausting work. And this just makes everyone think twice before the next time someone underestimates work. So work hard, work well. I know the Z community is curious to know any tips in Zeke Analytics on how you can increase your seller rating. When you want to take care of improving your seller rating level while working with Zeke, I recommend you look for high rated products with minimum complaints and maximum satisfaction, thus increasing the chance of positive feedback rather than problems with customers. All right. Let's move on to 5 tips to increase your eBay seller rating quickly. I will share these tips with real examples of my store. So number 1 tip is report negative feedback. You need to follow up on negative feedback. Let's go ahead and jump into my screen and go over this with real examples. All right, so first you need to check your negative feedback and know how to respond to it. All right, so here we have our first feedback and it's pretty much new, so we're going to respond to it. Now I want to mention, because we are dropshippers, we always don't have the most control over our stock. So this can happen from time to time. You can see that we have a lot of good feedback on this specific store, but this one in particular is a bad feedback. So of course, the first thing you're going to do is check the item. Okay, so here we have the item. Now here you can see that this item sold and shipped a little bit late. So it looks like everything is good. Looking at all of these things here on eBay, we just missed the shipping time. So now we're going to go into the process of reacting and responding to this negative feedback. So the first thing we're going to do is report this feedback that asks for 100% feedback after the day ordered. So this is most likely a store that works with other suppliers, and this looks like an automated message. So here you can see it wasn't shipped till 10 days later, still hasn't arrived 6 days after original, etc. Seller said they would do anything to make it faster, but wouldn't adjust the price in the end. And here it says won't buy again. Okay, so this is a very, very bad feedback. So we're going to do two things. First, we're going to send this person a follow-up message. And how we do that, we're just going to go ahead and click on reply. And you're going to write something in the lines of, "We are very sorry for your bad experience with us and wish to make it better." Go ahead and send it. Now here, where we wrote the reply, everyone can see his feedback, his bad feedback, but they can also see you as a seller replying to the bad feedback, which means that you're responding quickly and you're aware of the problem. We do not want to request revision. Reason being is because eBay would get involved, and we want to avoid that. But what we can do is go directly to the buyer and reach on a personal level, on a personal message to this buyer. So what you're going to do is select the item that this particular buyer bought. All right, so now that I wrote the message, you can also write something in the lines of, "Hello, we apologize for your unpleasant shopping experience. We would love to know how we can improve it and maybe let you come out of the purchase with us with better taste. Most of all, customer service is important to us, so your opinion is important as well. We would love to hear if there is a way we can compensate you and maybe even make you consider changing your feedback on us. Always here for you." And then what you do is you send your message. eBay will then open up this new page where it says your message has been sent for confirmation. All right, so tip number 2 is focus on high-end sales to increase on feedback. How can we do this? Well, let me show you. All right, so focus on high-end sales and increase your feedback. All right, so first we're going to go ahead and jump into Zeek Analytics and select the product research. Okay, here in the product research of Zeek Analytics, in the search bar, we're going to search for a certain brand that we know certain suppliers carry. In this case, let's go with Ryobi. So our goal here for this example is to find items that are on the higher end of the prices and that actually sell a lot. So what you can do is go ahead and select a couple of these items just to open it up on a new tab. For this example, we're also going to be scanning a couple of these sellers as well while searching for our high-end item. So here we have a good item. Now how we can see it's a high-end item, you can see that it has a lot of product ratings. So we know if we are going to end up selling it, we're going to get good feedback. And here we can do the controlled loss strategy because this is a really high-end item. And this will only make our store stronger. So here, this item, you always want to check the feedback as well as the star ratings. Let's go ahead and check another couple of these items. And what you can also do is filter out the current price on Zeek Analytics so you get the highest from the lowest. And a good thing to consider when searching for these specific items is the price should be around $50 or higher. All right, so here for this particular item, which is the toolkit, you can see the feedback. It's selling for $349. This is a great item. And this is something that we are actually going to talk about next. And here on this particular item, you can see that we have 56 positive feedback scores, great sales as well, and the price is above $50. All right, and tip number 3 would be handling your cases the right way. Let me show you. All right, so how to handle your cases the right way. Our cases can be cancellations of orders, buyers' requests and disputes. And we take all of this out of our resolution center. So for this example, let's go ahead and select the cancellation of the orders. And this will take us to our orders page. All right, so we have to make sure that if we were to cancel orders, we're doing it for all the right reasons. And not just that, we have to let our buyers know why we are canceling certain orders. So your buyer has to know why the order is being canceled and of course the permission to cancel it. So what you're going to do is scroll through the product and select the one or find the one that you want to cancel. And scrolling through this list, we can see that we already have one canceled. So we can actually go ahead and look through the cancellation details. Here you can see the cancellation, how it closed, the refund to the buyer, the refund amount you owe. So obviously you can see it was all good. So how to cancel an order. So you find the item that you want to cancel, go ahead and select the little arrow that gives you a new drop down, and of course you just find cancel order, and that's what you click on. So cancellation is very important. A lot of dropshippers tend to cancel orders and items just because they might be losing money on it or something along those lines. And it doesn't always sit well with eBay because eBay does not want us to cancel items. Alright, so we never select out of stock or damage, and we never select cause with buyer shipping address. And we never select issue with buyer's shipping address. So with the buyer's shipping address, unless it's completely true, then you can go ahead and select it. But we usually go ahead and select buyer asked to cancel. Now we are going to communicate this with the buyer as we showed you on the feedback part, and talk him out of buying this particular item or offer him some sort of discount or another item similar to it. So here if we go to the Seller Hub, you can see you have the requests and disputes, and there's going to be returns, items with defect. You always want to take care of it, and you always want this particular page to be on 0. You just want zeros across the board. If you do happen to have any items in this particular page, act on it immediately. And then we also have actions for buyers. So if a buyer, let's say, didn't pay us, or his payment got old, or he might have asked for a return but he never actually shipped the return, this can cause a lot of issues. And all of these items you can find here on this page. So we have unpaid invoices and items, problematic orders. And all of those problems we can see here on this page, making it easy for us to solve every single dispute or problem or message and so on. So it's super important that you handle all of these cases the right way, because you cannot forget that these cases are going to get the 100% out of your seller level. So these particular cases determine your seller level, so it's really important you act on them. Okay, and 4, adjust your item description to be more accurate. But what does this mean? Well, let me show you with a real example. So here we're going to cover 2 topics. One topic is getting the item description. So we're going to select an item, and I'm going to show you how to make a good description. Here for this particular item, you can see that we have it very clear what we are selling, which is these noise canceling headphones. So we're not selling like the tractor or the lawnmower or whatever. Then of course here we have the item specifics, but what we want to talk about is the description. So here in the description you can see that we are offering the free shipping option, the 30-day return, and the easy payment. It's important to the buyer to have everything directly in front of him so he's very informed of what we are offering. Here we have the product reviews and of course the eBay product reviews. So what's important for item description? It needs to be informative. So if we can put as much information on the item specifics as well as the item description, we are good to go. You can see you have the condition here all filled out, the features all filled out. You have the brand, you have the design, you have the color, it's all filled out. Down below, you have this very clear pictures. So we as buyers know exactly what we are going to buy. So as much of this information that you filled out, you're going to be left with a lot less questions on this particular product or any product that you're trying to sell on eBay. Okay, so why is this part super important? Well, it's important for your buyers. First of all, you have to have some type of relationship with your buyers. That way you get a good feedback score. It's also important for you as time saving when you do all of this, when you give out all of the information about the specific item that you're selling, you're saving yourself time on a bunch of questions buyers might have that you were not clear on. But a third very important piece of this puzzle as to why we put all of this information there is because eBay wants the buyers to have the best experience when using eBay, which makes sense. This is exactly what we want to do. We want to fill out all of the information, give out photos, give out descriptions, and we want to follow all of eBay's rules. And last, but definitely not least, give the best customer service you can. Do you know what this means? Well, let me show you. All right, so the most important thing that we have as sellers on eBay is the customer support. So in this part, I can't stress this enough, but you have to answer every single message that you get. And this has to be in a quick and an efficient way because we don't want to take any chances with this. When we take chances as avoiding a message, we automatically get a negative feedback, and this is something that we want to avoid. So when we answer our clients' messages quickly, when we give them the best customer service, when we give them the high-end responses that produce the positive feedbacks, but also in return can produce negative feedbacks, all depending on how you respond. But when we provide everything at our best and full level, we are providing the buyers great shopping experience. So, as we mentioned in all of our videos, particularly in this one many times, customer service is the most important. So respond to your clients quickly. Ship your items within the time frame. Please check your description because messages that you get, such as item as described, are very, very common, and this is what you want. Here you have the fast shipping, excellent seller. These are the types of items and messages and feedbacks that we want. And this is how you provide the best customer support. So if you do all of these things right, this is the main way eBay is going to promote you. All right, Zikers, no time to waste. If you have additional questions related to this topic, leave them down below. Besides that, go work hard and work well. I'll see you next time.